Before we start, I would like to ask you, who had breakfast this morning? Yeah, oh yeah, I see many hands. I suppose most of you were sitting back home in your kitchen on a wooden table. No? But usually you do. But did you ever ask yourself where the timber for the table came from? I suppose not. On average, 1/3 of timber is illegally sourced. This is your house and your room. You probably didn't know that, and that's not surprising. My name is Matthias, co-founder of Beetle ForTech. We're an international team of enthusiastic industry insiders who change global timber sourcing for the better. Wood is an intensively traded raw material, and the demand for timber is increasing and increasing. This threatens global forests and ultimately the basis of our livelihood. Annually, we lose the size of Iceland due to illegal activities in the forest. Governments miss out on 152 billion of tax income year after year. And people are severely suppressed by systematic corruption and crime. There are so many problems related to illegal forestation that we could go on for hours. But the really bizarre thing is that international timber regulations are in place, specifically targeting timber markets. So the question is, why do we keep seeing massive forest areas disappear? The short answer is, there is no independent service and technology provider to close the gap between society, firms, and forests. And that's where we come in, Beetle ForTech, an independent watchdog for global timber sourcing. We develop an end-to-end, machine-based timber tracing and certification system, such that timber can be traced all the way back to the exact origin of growth. Our system comprises of two components, tracing and monitoring. To trace individual logs, we basically apply QR codes representing coordinates on each tree that is harvested. The tree is then forwarded to a sawmill, where we scan each tree, retrieve the location information, and close the information loop back to the exact origin of growth. Interconnected with this system is our forest monitoring. We use the previously collected data to verify the activities on the ground. But let me explain. Imagine Jack cutting down a couple of trees in the northwestern part of Germany. After felling, Jack applies a tracing tag using our patented device. Essentially, the device records precise coordinates, sends this information to our backend system. So each tree has a unique identity. Interconnected with the system is our forest monitoring. We use the previously recorded information to check on the precise coordinates. We verify whether the trees have actually been removed. We calculate biomass and verify the activities on the ground. The trees are then transported to a processor such as a sawmill. There, we scan each single processed tree and filter out those that are encoded and certified with our system. Here, we close the information loop and stream all data in our persistent and tamper-proof database, such that the information is available just with a couple of clicks. With this system, we cover the entire data value chain in forestry end to end. So where does it lead us, developing a machine-based tracing and monitoring system? Remember, firms are obliged to prove a seamless chain of custody, and we collect precise intelligence of individual trees, allowing us to monitor resource flows. What all this is pointing to is ways beyond sustainability and is in fact enabling regenerative forest management. But what happens if we do not go down this road? Well, I don't think I need to tell you what happens if we lose our forests. Forestry is an immensely complex market, and the issues around timber tracing and the legal activities are massive, but also known. The Austrian timber industry has therefore organized a hackathon in 2019. Out of this event, the distilled outcome was us, Beetle ForTech. We target timber processors such as sawmills, traders, and forest owners, embedded in the global market of 4.1 billion. However, we focus on Central Europe in the initial phase, where we have an obtainable market of 650 million. With our business model, we generate 4 income streams based on licensing models, unit prices, and pay-per-use. That is, sales of due diligence services to enhance supply chain control, sales of tracing and tagging units, sales of monitoring services, and our long-term focus, data management. Together with Sebastian, an expert in timber trade, myself with the fundamental industry background, Anne, the creative mind of the team, and Cormet, for whom sustainability is a matter of heart, have been crafting Beetle ForTech for 3 years now. During this time, we have developed a global network of partners, NGOs, and firms, and work closely with leading specialists in remote sensing. With our developments, we won both the Galileo Masters and the Copernicus Masters challenges, both prizes of the European Space Agency. We are grateful to be supported by the Austrian Ministry of Climate Protection, the FFG, our incubator, and the many of our advisors. Exciting times lie ahead. We launch our first product by the end of this year. We plan a major test field for our tracing and tagging units. We connect all the points along the line to create a holistic, seamless traceability system to launch the Beetle in 2024. The opportunities to exploit space tech and forest data is huge. So if you're interested, tune in and stay in touch. This is Matthias from Beetle ForTech.